Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Pretty Business TV, where we exploit everything pretty and expose the not so pretty. I'm your host, Ericka Pressley, and we're filming downtown at the Trenton Social. Tonight's show is going to focus on our PB Spotlight, which goes to Trenton's own Kasso. Will, how are you today?
I'm cool. How are you?
I'm good. Would you like to introduce yourself for those that don't know you?
William Kasso, artist, pretty much a little bit of everything else.
A little bit of everything else?
Yeah.
Well, what is it that you do? What are we focusing on?
I'm assuming it's just my artwork.
Your artwork,
Yeah.
exactly. Graffiti?
Graffiti, fine art, sculpture. I used to dabble in photography. I'm looking to get back into that.
All around.
Community organizing, curate art shows. Like I said, a little bit of everything. But
Nice.
primarily, I got my name up through my portraits. I'm known for my portraits. Working in aerosol, acrylic, oils, watercolor. I'm painting everything, but more or less known for my graffiti background.
Okay. So what would you say are the challenges that you face as an artist?
Challenges, I would say consistent money is probably the first and foremost, but I've never chased it. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Nice.
I never chased it. My whole thing as an artist is to constantly challenge myself creative-wise.
Okay.
So if it's something that someone say I can't do, I want to try. Even if it's not anything paint related, even if it's just organizing a project, that takes more work than anything.
Right. So you're doing it out of love.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And money comes. I'm blessed. Like pretty much all my needs are met. And I don't have to want for anything. And I just do my best to give back.
that's a good look. That's definitely a good quality to have, especially when you're an artist.
Yeah.
Like competing, not even so much more competing, but just in the world of other artists. You want to do it out of love.
Well, see, the thing, I got a little thing about that. As far as competing, like, I don't compete with anyone. I'm competitive,
Okay.
but I don't compete. Like, I pretty much have always kind of like just did my own thing. I don't follow trends. I don't paint trends. If it's something I feel strongly about, I do it. You know, somebody can offer me $1 million to do something. If it ain't what I feel like, I'll find somebody else to do it and take a percentage.
Nice. I know that's right.
Hey, my whole thing is that being an artist, like your reputation is everything. So, like my whole thing, I'm slow about getting some things started, but if I say I do it, it'll get done. You may not get it when you want it, but you'll get it when you need it.
Okay.
So,
That's a good one.
yeah.
You can only respect that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're the artist.
Yeah, it's like
You're
I have a process. You know, a lot of people think you just turn it on and off. It really depends on what you're doing. If you're designing a large-scale mural, it's not something like, okay, can you have it to me in an hour? I can have you a rough sketch, but it's not how it's going to look.
Right.
You know? Like that's one thing a lot of people understand. It's a process to get these pieces done. You know, I just don't go in, close my eyes, and it's done. Like just you got to work through it. So I have a little ritual that I do before every wall. Like if it's a big project, I never sleep. I stay up 24 hours before. Yeah, and I work off that energy.
Dedication. That's dedication.
Yeah. So
You want to share your ritual?
that's a little secret.
We'll try to get it out of them a little later. So what would you say since you started till now? What's the biggest difference?
The biggest difference from when I started then till now, I say the attention.
The attention?
I get a lot more attention now.
How long ago has it been since you started?
I became a professional artist almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, next year it'll be 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I started I left school. I was having my little girl. She was on the way at the time, so I left school, started working. You know, she's 11 now.
Oh, okay.
So I left school and I just started working. You know, full time. Still going to school part time.
Right.
And then like the job that I had, make a long story short, I eventually left there and I taught myself how to airbrush.
Okay.
And that was like my first foray into the business. That was like in 2003. Yeah, started airbrushing. Airbrushing got me back into graffiti. And through graffiti, that's how I got back into doing community work because I'm painting these neighborhoods that nobody gave a damn about. And we're doing what we want. You know, we just rocking, graffiti themed murals. It wasn't nothing that you had to scratch your head. It was pretty straightforward.
Okay.
But
Freestyle.
yeah, just kind of freestyled. And but the response that we would get from the people in the neighborhoods, like they would. Like if I wrote a quote on a wall, they would memorize it. You see it there, say it back. Like, wow, this is like having a bigger impact than I even realized. I'm just out here just want to paint.
Right.
These people are like really taking pride in the walls. Nothing would get vandalized, nothing. Yeah, so I was like, well, let's get this deeper. That's when I started taking these. In 2008, I did my first mural. It wasn't sanctioned, and I went around for the next 2 years doing that, painting abandoned buildings.
Right. Okay, so you're responsible for all the murals, all of them, all the murals?
I say
majority of them.
Majority of them.
You want to name drop some streets?
Martin Luther King Boulevard, Chamberlain mural. That's probably the most personal one that I've done because the circumstances that surrounded it. I did the mural that used to stand out here on South Broad Street. Well, at least a section of it. A lot of murals that I do, the large scale, I work with a team.
Okay.
So,
what's your name of your team?
Sage Collective.
That's your nonprofit?
Well, Sage Coalition is the nonprofit. The collective is the mural aspect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so Sage Coalition.
Yeah, Sage Coalition.
What's the difference between that and the...
Well, the collective, we're just muralists, we're just artists.
Oh, okay.
The coalition encompasses a little bit of everybody, from musicians, metal fabricators, teachers, visual artists, performance artists.
And what is your goal with that? What is Sage?
Our main mission is to do beautification projects primarily in the inner city, like the areas that no one wants to go to. The streets that the city wrote off. Let's go in there and introduce art. But not just kind of like being on some self-righteous tip.
Okay.
Like, look, we're artists and we teach you exactly what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when we moved down to East Hanover, we got there in June of this year. By September, we had the whole block transformed. All the abandoned buildings, there's art.
I see.
Yeah,
that's a great look. I was able to visit one of the Sundays you guys on Saturday. You had a block party.
Yeah.
And with all the kids out there painting the murals, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was
I was very touched.
Yeah, it was like one massive art therapy session.
It was gorgeous.
Everybody got a chance to be an artist for the day.
I wish I would have known soon. I would have had my daughter out there paint the mural.
Yeah, well the thing is, bro, that was called Windows of Soul. We're looking to do that annually now. The next block I want to do is Walnut.
Okay.
Walnut Avenue. Like, let's go with it. Exactly. It was the same. It was the same. Hanover Street had the same reputation. It's like nobody went here. Now for every opening, we get at least 200 people to come out for our shows. And we're starting next year. We're going to do them more frequently. So that's the goal for next year, is to get it more organized, even more organized than it already is. And to do it more often instead of just once a month, maybe twice a month or 3 times a month. To have something going on, so that keep the culture going on.
Right. Okay, big things in the works for Kasso and the Sage Coalition. Do you want to give the people your contact information, how they can get in touch with you, how they can look at your mural?
Okay. Well, the best way is just check out our website, sagecoalitionnj.com. You can email Sage at sagecoalitionnj@gmail.com or me, KassoPaints@gmail.com. Also, check me out on Facebook.com/Will Kasso. Website coming at the top of the year.
Nice.
WillKasso.com coming soon.
Are you about to walk off? Are you about to walk off?
No, I ain't about to walk off.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
I'm sorry. I'm drinking my water on camera. It's not professional. Nah.
You're fine.
It's
You're
no problem.
Artists.
Yeah.
Artists do what they want, right?
Pretty much.
Thank you again for coming on.
No
Thank
problem.
you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. That was our PB Spotlight segment. Again, I'm your host, Ericka Pressley. We're at the Trenton Social. And until then, keep it pretty.